What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 147 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the mayor of Stardew Valley and just Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
It's not just Stardew Valley.
What do you want?
Not
Canada? I'll give you Canada.
You don't take my Eorzean away. Can't do
I've done more trials in the game than you have.
I've done way more post-game shit than you have.
See me
Collect me
see
with
me in
my
the
augmented
streets.
law of order. I will smack you down with this rod. You ain't even near my level of this relic weapon.
Oh, he got the rod! He got the rod!
Come at me, motherfucker. Whoa. I'm sorry you miss me with your diamond.
Diamond weapon was still really cool.
It is.
We got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Crafted and fuck with us on the Ko-Fi.
And we got the Emerald Ray Trace Durag Madrid Devon.
I have ascended another level. And I've determined that I'm unstoppable.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about rods, apparently. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to talk about Demon Slayer, the Hino Kami Chronicles. And we're going to talk a lot about these balance changes. So, from Sunny each, Chris, you got Son of a Bitch? I guess you don't play on the Japanese Rocket League stage that much.
That's fair. I was going to say I don't play Rocket League anymore that much, but...
Have you tried it on your PS5 yet?
God, I need
You know,
to.
it's cross-save and all that.
I'm so scared too, though.
Why? It doesn't have Unreal 5 support yet. It's still on, like, Unreal 3, but...
Yeah, it's just more of like... I don't want to be addicted to that game again. And I know that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to see my dope-ass car.
You need to be addicted
Jump
to
into
this
one
14
match.
again.
I was just on 14 before the podcast, actually. I had to run some Omega raids. 31 times.
And 14 is crack.
I'm
can't,
clean right now. I'm clean. I am two.
By the
You're 2
time
weeks
this
out?
3
podcast
days?
comes out, I bet the needle will be right back in there.
3 days, that's it?
Yeah, I think
Madrid's gonna get online, see
Yeah, it was
14,
Sunday.
want to play 14,
Because
not be able to play
Sunday
14,
night.
and
It was
he's gonna
Sunday night, and I was like,
pop
"Is it
the
going to
card.
kick me off right at 12?" It was like, "No, you have until 11 tomorrow." I was like, "All right." And then Monday, I just couldn't play. And, you know,
Did you
I've
try?
been playing other things. I did. I was like, let
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, no.
me just see. Let me just
3
see if they'll let me
days.
in.
When's the next time you get time?
He has time.
I have games.
Oh, wait, what?
He has
Yeah,
the
I
game
got it.
time code.
At this point, you're just waiting. You're wasting money.
No, he's not. It hasn't been activated. He bought it and has it in
It's
storage.
It's unopened.
Fair enough.
That's what I do. I buy game time.
I want to
cards and
buy
just
some of the
keep them.
physical ones, like, and just
Just keep
have
them tucked.
those.
Like the cases of...
I'd
The
get rid of
carbon.
all the
Game
extra
time?
cases.
The carbon footprint, though, brother.
I mean, honestly, plastic's super wasteful.
That's true.
Speaking of
Yeah,
plastic
that's true.
being super wasteful, I'm about to buy a physical Switch, or I bought a physical Switch game. I don't know how to feel about it.
Nah.
What game?
Nah.
Metroid Dread.
I like physical Switch
I
games.
like physical.
I like physical too, but also I had a conversation, like we were talking in the general games of the Discord today, and Nintendo's like really getting people And I can't believe this shit. I'm mad. Like, it's actually the Switch OLED had a better launch than the original Switch.
I'm really thinking about getting one, y'all. Like,
it's Nintendo. What do you expect? Like, other than great sales, and that's it. Like, they're going to sell their console. It looks pretty. That screen looks nice. That white Joy-Cons look clean.
It's a good excuse to
that
go
stand is
replay.
a better quality of life.
Right, it's a good excuse to go back and replay old Switch games or games that you're already playing. Like, I want to play Astral Chain like handheld with the OLED, like, and actually finally play it handheld.
Right, I kind of want an OLED to play the Shadowrun trilogy that just hit Switch.
SMT5?
Like,
SMT5 on
I gotta
shit! I
play
just talked
Anton
myself into
Ball.
OLED. Fuck. All right, so I'm gonna
No one
get an
out
OLED.
there, I don't see, has a problem with the Switch.
I
it's more
have
the
a
fact that,
problem
like,
with the Switch.
I know.
I am the person out here that has a problem with the Switch. My Switch battery life is trash. It can't play a turn-based JRPG at a solid 30 frames per second.
It's got better battery life
Wait,
now.
I feel like I've been getting a solid 30 frames when I'm playing SMT in handheld.
I'm talking about Monster Hunter Stories, the last JRPG that I bought for the Nintendo Switch.
Now imagine Monster
turn-based-
Hunter Stories with the OLED.
Yeah. So that's exactly why I'm going to wait for the Switch 2, because the Switch 2 is going to have a better battery life, OLED, better kickstand, better processor, better GPU.
It's going to be called the Switch U.
You might as well just go ahead and get a. That's going to be cursed.
I'm at the point that,
It has to be the Super Switch.
like, just looking at my game time on the Switch, like, 160 hours in Smash, 140 hours in Monster Hunter Rise,
You're
60
right.
hours
Just switch up.
in Gen U, 20 hours in Fortnite, 35 hours in Animal Crossing. And I know all of these are rookie numbers. Everybody who plays any of these games on Switch is like rookie numbers. But, you know, for me, 160 hours or 140 hours is like...
I mean, it sounds like you got, I mean, in our day and age of working and at life and that, you got a good amount of work out of your Switch.
Yeah.
You used it regularly. It treated you well until you got
but
to
the
Monster
problem
Hunter
is...
Stories.
No, it had frame rate issues in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, but you never talked about it because you were so in love.
Yeah.
Because I didn't notice
No, I feel
frame
like
rate
he
like
mentioned
that
it.
back
I
then.
feel like that was definitely something that was mentioned.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes. Frame rate and the low resolution of the game. Like, when I was talking about Breath of the Wild, I was like, it's a great game, amazing world, like, awesome, like, world building, like, all these great things. But my problems with that game back then were frame rate and resolution. And this doesn't do anything for that. It just makes the colors better, and that pisses me off. Like, really?
Yeah.
You get rid of the bezels and you make the colors better?
Yeah. And you'll be less
Give me a
likely to
better
notice it.
GPU. Give me a
Kickstand,
better
you can't,
processor.
like, you can't sleep on the kickstand. I swear to God, that kickstand is way better than what we get.
You're just a Surface fanboy, Chris. We get it. You're just a
saying.
Surface fanboy. We get it.
I am a Surface fanboy, hands down.
I do
But
like the SD
you
card
can't tell
slot.
me this little rectangle of shits that you get. That mine broke off. I think I had it for 2 weeks. It broke off. I don't even know where it went.
Wait, your little rectangle what?
It's kickstand. The little tiny kickstand they give you on your original Switch. That guy right there. Mine's gone. It doesn't do because it's not good.
It's not good.
Saw the real one, the new one, OLED version.
Yeah, it looks
In
good.
person and was like, that's great. That's wonderful.
Awesome. You know, I've
It takes more
actually
force to knock it
played
over.
Mario Kart with my Switch on a table somewhere and two Joy-Cons. Like, two people played Mario Kart. I just had to do the Karen rooftop party thing. from the Switch ad. I did like all the things in the Switch ad.
Did you play on the basketball court?
It's nice.
No, I played at a park.
How do you play that game with such little buttons?
You don't.
What game?
Mario Kart? You can't play that with the little one Joy-Con.
You can.
I mean,
a sports game is something I wouldn't.
If there's a will, there's a
go
way.
Anywhere near near it with a fucking Switch. You know, that's just not his territory, dog.
I mean, with the Pro Controller, sure.
No, even then, like, that's when I would be like, yeah, these frame rates.
Anything that's multi-platform, I'd rather play anywhere else. That's how I feel about the Switch. Anything that's multi-platform, I'd rather play fucking anywhere else.
I don't know.
I'd rather play it on my Xbox. Rather play it on PC.
I'd rather play it on Switch.
The games that I want to play on
anymore.
Switch are the type of games that I want to play handheld. But anything else I want to play anywhere else.
Like if they gave you the option of playing Octopath Traveler on Switch or fucking PlayStation 5, I'd be like, I'm playing that shit on the Switch.
What? No.
Yes.
That straight up would, for me, PS5.
No way.
Yeah, but I see. Like, you want to be chilling out on the couch. Playing Octopath Traveler.
Yeah. I don't
curled
play
up into
games
a
on my couch.
Up there with my fucking guide with it spread just like this, just like, oh, let me see here.
Right.
Wait, oh, perfect.
I get that.
You know, on my bed. You know, Netflix on. Podcast playing, fan turned on.
You got a lot of media going on in that little demonstration. You got Netflix, you got the Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
Probably playing the music, because obviously. And then you're also playing a podcast. Mm-hmm. So which one are you actually listening to?
Yes. No, it's not about listening. It's if I have enough external audio stimulation, I can't have a single thought. That's what that is.
Disassociation at its finest.
That's what that is. If I got enough going on.
If you know, you know.
So,
talk about it, Anton. You look just like defeated and disappointed.
No, I just saw that the Monster Hunter Rise demo is up on PC, and so I'm about to go fight that Magnamalo at fucking 60 frames per second 4K. Let's fucking go. That's the thing. Like, they're like, it really sucks that Monster Hunter tweeted out this week that crossplay and cross save are things that they've tried to do with the PC version and the Switch version of Monster Hunter, and it's just something that they feasibly can't do. So, unfortunately, like, I would have taken either. Cross save, awesome. I'm bouncing my save back and forth. I'm on Switch to play with the homies. I'm on PC to play with the PC homies. Cause Chris, you fucked with Rise. You would fuck with Rise 60 FPS. You could play with mouse and keyboard. I'm pretty sure your MMO mouse would have use in Monster Hunter Rise. I don't know. I'm not a mouse and keyboard player by any stretch of the fucking word. Like,
I think if you play Final Fantasy 14 with mouse and keyboard, you slowly inch your way into becoming a mouse and keyboard player. You could do it.
There is a fucking bug in here, and I'm gonna murder it at some point.
Honestly, playing 14 with mouse and keyboard is probably lit.
It's so lit. And I mean, I get it. You got haptics on the PS5.
Here's my one problem with mouse and keyboard is I don't play the game on PC because it runs better on my PS5 than it runs on my PC.
Does it just look better? Because it shouldn't run better.
It runs better.
It's just Final Fantasy 14.
It has a newer, like my PS5 has a newer processor and a newer GPU than is in my computer. So just off raw numbers, my PS5 is more powerful than my PC.
Specs.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Hey, I got a pure spec. A PS5 is way better than mine.
Right. So I have a mouse and keyboard on my desk, and I use it for my PC all the time. Like, if I were playing Final Fantasy on my PC, I'd be playing on mouse and keyboard. Like, I've seen what's possible. Like, I watch YouTube. So I've seen people's UIs, and I'm just like, wow. So you can just have these be your classes, and I can just hit this key and be that class? What? But
that shit's so dope.
At the same time, I'm playing on my PS5, and I'm not about to plug in another mouse and keyboard to play Final Fantasy. Especially because, like, if it were like every game supported it, I'd definitely practice with mouse and keyboard on my PS5. Like, I'd find a way to, like, hook my mouse and keyboard up to, like, a USB hub that I could easily switch between my PC and my PS5, but
I feel you.
not for one game, even though that game is the only thing I'm playing. But I've gotten good with the controller. Like, I've gotten proficient, and I can, if I know something I need to do, I can do it off muscle memory, like, pretty much top to bottom on a controller. So,
Yeah, that's reasonable. But it's about time we start with that live letter, that media tour that just hit.
Are we actually going to do all of that?
I put the meme in the Discord. I haven't had time to process any of the information. I saw one new skill that has base 420 potency, and
oh yeah, that's
Fletcher. Yeah,
Base.
that's actually super dope skill too for a red mage.
Well, I can get started on this with they showed off. Of course, they showed off all the classes. I'm gonna start with Scholar because I'm a Scholar main.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So, Scholar is going to remain a really good class. Like, you're meta climbing, doing progression, and you want a meta comp, you're running Scholar Astro. So, they reduced the cast time on Broil, which is cool. They're not adding anything new. That's the one problem. It's like you're still interacting with the fights in a tactical way, which is interesting, which is what made Scholar interesting in the first place, but you're not really getting any serious new toys. But you're getting the tools you need to really, like, lead a team through harder content. Like, the 80 ability, it gives everyone sprint levels of movement speed. It's an AoE sprint. That comes with 10% damage reduction.
Yeah. That's like that's the capstone though. That's what I thought was weird. I was like, damn, you didn't think we'd get something better than that. Like, that's just, I figured that would just
they would do something with the fairy either.
I figured that would just be something in their kit just like earlier on.
I think, it's like the level 76 ability, the level 86 ability or something.
Super early. But the capstone? I was like, damn. I feel a little raw about that.
Right.
And giving people that speed boost kind of like unannounced, it's like, yo, what the fuck?
But once again, I think it goes back to Scholar being the best when you have like a full static and you're communicating. You're like, don't pop sprint this phase. I'm popping reposition. Because the thing about it is, you would effectively give everybody a sprint on 30-second cooldowns if everyone alternates their sprints correctly. Because sprint's a 60-second cooldown, and reposition's is a 60-second cooldown. So, I'm cool with the way you could tactically interact with fights as a Scholar, but not getting any new toys is kind of lame.
Yeah,
that is kind of lame.
I agree. I think they said they like improved the AI on the fairy, but I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's one of those we won't really know until we're like in there, like with it, like playing around.
Yeah,
exactly.
It out.
Right.
And then continue on with healers. I looked at the Astro changes. Astro's gonna be fun. Astro's gonna be a lot of fun.
Did Astro Legend get a lot of changes?
Astro got reworked. Astro is one of the classes that pretty much got reworked. So the way the card system got changed is that instead of you drawing a card to get some mana back and then giving somebody a damage buff to get a seal, to get 3 seals so you can activate Horoscope for a 6% AoE damage boost, Horoscope is now just a separate cooldown. And the seals allow you to buff yourself. 1 seal gives you mana, 2 seals give you mana and haste, 3 seals give you mana, haste, and damage. So, yeah, so as an Astro, you're a lot more self-sufficient, and it feels like you have a bit more agency when it comes to dealing damage and controlling your mana. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah.
Sage is sick as fuck.
Yeah.
But I hope you like watching and managing bars. That's what Sage is. It's bar and bar city.
I'm like, all right. I learned the big brain samurai. You know, I can, and scholar. I'm like, I'll be able to navigate Sage when I get around to it. It looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it's
though.
a lot of Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's a lot of resource management. Because those resources allow you to use off-global cooldown spells, which are quite strong.
See, all my scholars know what's up.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to be 100 here, if the raw healing of the Sage is high enough, meta might just be Sage Scholar, or it might still be Astro Scholar.
No white mage love.
Because, see, White Mage has really good raw healing, as it always does. It's just that it's really just the fact that like scholars and
There's no razzle
Astros have
dazzle
damage
to
buffs. Yeah.
It's just straight.
Yeah, it's really just that razzle
you.
dazzle and a little bit of extra party wide support. Like, you know, Astros are bringing damage buffs left and right.
Yeah, those
Scholars
damage
can negate like
those damage buffs
a
are
good
nice.
chunk of damage, especially if they know the fight.
That sweet damage mitigation. I look for it.
Right. So you know, we'll see how things turn out for the healers. Chris, any important Black Mage changes that they show off?
Black Mage just got a whole ass rework.
Oh, so Chris, you kept up.
Did it?
Am I the only one that didn't keep up with it, or?
I checked out my class's information, except for Sam.
Fuck. So it's just me. Sorry, y'all. I'm just
Yeah,
like.
it's just you.
You could.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally just Googled Black Mage's changes because there's some of the spells that I don't necessarily remember that they changed up. And I found a pretty good site on Fanbyte that is telling me all the
See,
casters.
there we go.
information.
Shouts out to the homies over
Yep.
at Fanbyte. Yo, check them out.
Yeah. But I think they're really trying to, with this rework, they're trying to make Black Mage more of an AoE, like getting back into the AoE. So they're like, they added at High Fire 2 and High Blizzard 2, which pretty much like the effects of Blizzard 3 and Fire 3 give you Umbral Hearts and Umbral what are they called? Yeah. So they give you like these 3 buffers that make your fire attacks or your ice attacks do more damage or give you more MP. And so they're now adding that into the AoE section, so you're actually like wanting to do your AoE rotation. They added Freeze now gives you Umbral Hearts, which is the same thing as Blizzard 4, which takes less MP while you're doing fire attacks. Super dope. Let's see, what else did they add? They added a move called Paradox, which just fucking blows my mind because this is like an instant cast procced thing. Like once you go from ice into fire, you automatically get this with your Umbral Hearts. Use your fire rotation and add to reset your timer. You can hit this proc instead of trying to cast fire, which is like a 2.5 second or 3-second cast, you automatically do this to reset your timer, so you're not doing, like, you just don't mess up your rotation while the boss is like sending AoE hell at you. Also, Enochian became a trait, which is a cast that had a cooldown that it would punish you if you accidentally mess up your rotation. You had to wait for that to come back up just to be able to like do your rotation. And just kind of like a little bit of quality life, like making foul an AoE finisher, instant cast, and just like that sort of like it made AoE for Black Mage a thing again, which I don't even know the Black Mage's rotation because it was so bad. But this rework is lit. And as far as doing the single cast rotation, it was already pretty much perfect, but adding this paradox for more of a movement casting, it's fucking next level.
Yeah, y'all got me bringing up this thing full screen, looking at the warrior changes. Like,
it's tight.
I just can't wait for all of this. What are we, like a month? A little over a month away from having like access to all of this and all these changes, and get the belts are going to be gone.
No, a little less than a month.
Right.
No,
you're right. I was thinking of S&T. My bad.
yeah, I was like, it's the 18th, or no, the 19th. So it's the 13th today, the 19th. So it's a month and 6 days.
Yep.
So
Wait, the release date. Oh, right. If you pre-order, you get early access. I forgot about that.
yep.
Gang. Moving on to a little bit of Red Mage, though. Red Mage kind of
Based.
they got a little bit cooler. They got like how they use their MP got changed up a little bit. It's good. It's gonna be like I'm gonna have to figure out how it's really done to be like the Verhealer and Verraise and all that, and how much MP that's gonna take.
So like
to,
deeper,
rework
like
it.
later into your rotation, because I'm still like in my 50s with my Red Mage.
Well, Verraise and Verheal are just like things that you can do as a Red Mage. Like if someone dies, I can res you as a DPS class, but that takes a lot of MP from you.
Yeah, but you don't unlock that to like level what? Like 60, 70?
65, I think.
Yeah, like I'm nowhere near those shits right now. I don't have any type of like healing abilities.
You get Verheal or Vercure pretty quickly. I think Vercure might be 65 and Verraise is 75, something along those lines.
So they're just pretty much buffing everybody across the board. That's all that I'm seeing, like, looking at these different classes. They're just like...
sick. And they're reworking, like, they did a lot of reworking for Black Mage in the early game, so you get stuff a little bit earlier so you can learn the rotation better and be better in later game. And I think they did that. They're doing the same thing. Red Mage was kind of mainstreamed. They reduced it to where you don't have to be at 80 to do your, like... melee attacks. You can be at 50 to do your single target melee attacks, but you want to be higher for your like AoE melee. They added Ver Arrow and Ver Thunder 3, which gets your like light and dark mana up. They added a barrier which takes away 10% of like reduces 10% damage of the party and increases healing on all of the party by 5%. So like wide AoE attacks. Like you want to prop that.
That's lit with a 5 healer.
Yeah, hit that. Fucking take less damage. Help the healers get 5% more healing. It's fucking I mean they didn't really do too much. They added a AoE finisher because normally you would just jump in, do your whole rotation, jump out, and like
that should look cool as hell.
Yeah, it's called Resolution, and you just hit them with like this giant, beautiful Bros blast.
See, that's what Aaliyah was talking about.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's like they just like now Red Mages do a shit ton of like proc damage and can heal you no matter what, and so Red Mages now. Probably me going into Endwalker, I'm gonna try to play Red Mage a little bit more than Black Mage.
Yeah, I think my dancer might be my number one.
It's just...
I don't know. I can't look at the samurai because it's going to use a lot of the words that I 100% don't know.
I checked over the samurai shit, and it was more. A lot of stuff they were talking about is stuff that I'm not even doing yet because it's deeper into the rotation. They're like, yeah, in Shadowbringers, no, in Stormblood there was 2 styles, and then in Shadowbringers it streamlined it into 1. So this is the natural progression. I'm like, yeah, I'm just up here like, I see my rotation. I'm going for my level 3 IA slash. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But
I think
it definitely that looks good. But I don't know. I still want to keep playing my Scholar. Like the other night when we were doing what was the name of that raid?
Oh, we did the Heaven's Ward Alliance raid, Void Arc, Dunscape.
Yeah, when it was when me and Jalen were both running healer, we were just going back to back like.
Oh yeah, y'all were like
keeping people alive. Like, yo, I got you.
Okay, that was a stressful raid. That was stressful.
That shit was so stressful. That's what I wanted though. I was like, man, Crystal Tower's too easy.
Yeah,
I can't.
You want to be in the weeds as a healer,
right? I can't even use my my best abilities. I knew I was being challenged because I was actually using my fairy abilities, like, and not just fucking off like, yeah, let me just use it because I was like, oh god, I gotta use this. Oh no, I need more Aether stacks.
Yeah, see,
God, I just need more Aether charges, please, for the love of God.
The kind of fun you were having on that is the kind of fun me and Jawan were having against Diamond Weapon the other night. Like, it was hard, but it was fun. And it's like, once you figured it out, like, the Black Mage, I was watching YouTube 100% because Black Mage didn't know what the fuck, not Black Mage, Dark Knight. Dark Knight was on YouTube.
Black Mage is probably watching YouTube too, because
Black Mage, of course, they don't want to go
you
nowhere.
gotta do
They're not
your
going to
research
move.
before you just jump into anything new. You're just like,
No, I just jump into this shit. I'm like, blind run.
You're a tank. You just eat damage. What are you talking
right.
about?
I'm talking about Black Mage who is like, I gotta know when I can attack, when I'm just gonna be dancing around this arena doing nothing.
But
YouTube
speaking of
saved your life.
changes, the summoner rework. It's time for me to talk my shit. I'm ready. I need it. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that in all MMOs I'm a healer main, I might swap over to summoner because this is tight. So, pretty much what you do is at 90 when you have everything, because I'm currently 77. You pretty much summon Bahamut. You get your 3 stacks. And then you summon Titan. Just start spamming Mountain Buster. Just start spamming Mountain Butters. Summon Ifrit. Start spamming his shit. And then you're just looping through your rotation. You're looping through all your summons repeatedly. Like, you're still on that timer, but it's more active because your abilities are doing something interesting instead of just spamming Ruin 2. I mean Ruin 3. And sometimes Ruin 4.
Nice. So wait, it does. Being level 90 makes all the other summons more. Like,
Yeah, they evolve every couple. So pretty much one, and they also changed your leveling track because of the rework. So pretty much 1 to 30, you're summoning carbuncles instead of eggies.
Yeah.
And you're using Aether Flow stacks like you used to. And then when they evolve into, like the actual summons, and then it evolves into Dreadworm Trance, and then that evolves into Summon Bahamut, which then evolves into Summon Phoenix after you've gone through a Summon Bahamut rotation.
Yeah.
And then
you're an actual
when you have your
summoner
Eggies,
now.
right? And then when you have your Eggies out, so after you summon Garuda, you get new moves like Ruin. You get Emerald. You get Insert Color Catastrophe, and then you have like the actual summoner moves. Like you got like multiple dashes. It's insane. It's sick. I cannot wait.
That's dope.
All right.
So there's no new summon for Summoner? Like, they added Phoenix in the last expansion.
Yeah, there's no new summon. There's no new summon, but they change how all your summons work.
That's cool. I think that's cooler, showing love for what you already got.
That, but also it's like it makes it feel like the summons matter a bit more. Because playing Summoner now, it's like my pet's kind of it's part of my rotation, but I'm really just waiting till I can summon Bahamut.
Yeah.
So then I could summon Phoenix. Like, having Garuda out, having Ifrit out, it doesn't matter which one of those two you have out. I mean, technically, you want Ifrit if you're doing single target, and Garuda if you're doing AoE, but it really doesn't matter. Your dots are gone, but, you know, when you're spamming insert color catastrophe, cyclone, slipstreams, like, mountain busters, like... it feels like you're really using the power of your summons to fight things instead of I have a little pet with me while I spam Ruin 2 or 4, whatever.
Right. I wish they gave Scholar Fester.
Right.
And that other one to spread
no,
it.
they should have gave. Okay, so they took away Bio and Miasma. They should have gave those to Scholar. Scholar needs another dot. That's what Scholar needs.
Okay. So is there anything more 14? Because for once this week I didn't just play a shit ton of 14. I actually played other games.
What were you playing?
I played, well, for starters, I'm not sure if I had played any Death Stranding Director's Cut. Last time we talked, I played some of Death Stranding Director's Cut on PS5.
I didn't even know you had it.
You bought that?
Yeah, it was just an upgrade.
Oh. Okay, never mind. That makes sense.
Yeah, I already had the game, so...
What'd you think?
I mean, it's that game, and I still like that game. I was on a boss battle, and I just put that shit down to very easy and to get through that boss battle, because I was like, I haven't played this game in so long, like, I'm not trying to do a boss battle right the fuck now. But, you know, outside of that, like, I had some fun. Got to, like, be in that world again, and that's still a game that's still a good game. Still muy bien.
Muy bien.
In my opinion. I know it's not for
how far
everybody.
Have you gotten
I have
closer to
48% of the
end?
trophies.
Oh, so I guess you should be close to the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked ahead. I'm in episode 8. And it seems like there are 14 episodes. So I'm a little more than halfway through the game.
Damn. Are you going to do some racing? That's in the director's cut too, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that stuff, but I was just doing main story stuff. Like, I'm sure next time, like, I have free roam stuff, there'll be some of that stuff in the world, but
yeah,
I was just kind of doing story stuff when I played. Still, like, I don't know. I feel like if you can get the game for cheap, do it and try it out. Like, the longer... Kojima predicted 2020, and not enough people are giving him credit for it.
Kojima is tapped the fuck in.
Yeah, Kojima's tapped the fuck in, and, like, if you just want to play a game that is somehow crazy wild, like, it's wilder now than it was when it came out, play Death Stranding Director's.
Upgrade's only $10 because I got the disc version of Death Stranding for PS4. Then
so yeah, you just put it in your PS5 and get the upgrade and check it out. The other game I played was Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba: The Hinokami Chronicles on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's just Hinokami Chronicles.
So you added the rest of it?
No, the full title of the game is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba: The Hinokami Chronicles. I just call it Hinokami Chronicles.
Is it good?
It is
like
exactly what I was
Ninja
expecting.
Warrior?
It is Ultimate Ninja Storm. If you played any of those games, especially the ones that had like the context-sensitive QTEs in the story mode, if you played any of that shit, which I played a lot of, it's that but Demon Slayer. And so I'm enjoying it. I have 14% of the trophies after about
14.
like 14.
I just can't hear that number.
But yeah, so I have a number higher than 13 but lower than 15% of the trophies in Hinokami Chronicles. And I think I'm going to do the story mode because it was fairly easy to S rank the beginning of the game. So, and looking at like the progression of the trophies, it seems like as people are getting the game and playing the game, like, because it's still technically early access, like, I think this was just for people who, like, pre-ordered the deluxe edition or playing right now. Like, only 2 people have the platinum. So, you know?
It's pretty good.
People would, with, like, early review codes, I guess. Because people have been playing it for, like, about a week or so now.
Yeah. And I mean, what I've played of it so far, I've enjoyed. I knew what I was getting myself into. Like, people, every time people were like, what are you playing in October? And I hadn't decided to get Metroid Dread yet. It was, the Demon Slayer game comes out the second week of October. And it's a CyberConnect, cel-shaded, like, very clean anime look that they've had for a long time on an arena fighter with the mechanics of the Naruto one. I don't think there's a gap closer the way there was in, like, the Storm games, because that was kind of, like, part of my thing was the gap closer. Like, the charge up your chakra a little bit, chakra X to, like, dash in, but... Yeah.
There's none of that. It's just run in.
There might be. What if they just...
There's like
what if there's like
there's like jumps.
Is there like a breathe button where you just... And then you can probably do a dash? Like, no?
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense, though.
That'd be a really cool, like, thing, like having a breathe button.
Hire me. Right here. Let's go.
Shit, just send me review codes. I definitely
send me review codes. Let me
anime video games. We'll be the honest coverage from people that. Madrid, I think you have access to Hinokami Chronicles. Is that something you're going to check out?
Yeah, I might play it after this podcast. You know, maybe a little bit of Apex, a little bit of Hinokami. You know.
Get a little loose. Yeah, so it starts you off. One of the interesting things, it starts you off in the prologue of the story. So you can't even just go straight in and go into training mode, go into versus mode. It's like you got like probably 3 one-round fights, one of them with QTEs and stuff like that.
Is that the one they drop you right in the like the entrance exam? Oh, cut the boulder? Oh.
Yeah. It's that fight. So,
okay, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm ready to unlock the rest of the characters though, because just some of the people that I know that are in the game that I just don't have access to, because I played, Radit came over earlier and we played a little bit of versus mode just to give that a spin. And, you know, it is the same feel as playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 local versus mode. And
if you played one, you played them all.
Yeah, but I mean, if you enjoyed one, you'll enjoy them all. And if you don't, if you didn't
played it, doesn't mean you didn't enjoy it. I actually thoroughly enjoyed those games. If you didn't call it a fighting game, and you just called it like a weeb ass versus.
It's like a fuck. It's like a fuck around game. Out of it. You know.
Yeah.
You just go fuck around.
You just have a solid ass time.
Right. This isn't Evo. This isn't Skullgirls. This isn't. There are games to go get. This isn't Melty Blood. This isn't Tekken.
Don't hit the lab with this shit. Don't be a fucking geek. You know,
Right.
just don't
Just
even
hop
play.
on,
Just play the story mode. Don't find no TODs. Like you fucking monsters. This is a goddamn. You just. This is for casual. Why would you do that?
This
Just
is
let the
love
nerds have
of
their
the-
fun. They just want to fight
Yeah.
demons and do the cool stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
They just want to look at the same cutscene finisher every goddamn round. You know?
I
Nothing
did
wrong
the
They like to play the game,
Nezuko
not get
cutscene
TOD.
finisher a bunch. The schoolgirl Nezuko. They had everybody in like school uniforms as part of the deluxe edition. It's weird.
It is weird.
But I mean, it
they-
also like quadrupled my roster. Like that's the only way I have Inosuke. That's the only way that I have Ginyu. It's a bunch of characters that. The only reason I
just
have
in
them is because
school.
I have
Shinobu.
the school versions of them.
I get to play with my boy Zenitsu. Dog Zenitsu's like my favorite character.
Inosuke is mine, 100%.
It is what it is.
But yeah, so I was really glad this past week. You know, the Demon Slayer movie dropped on Crunchyroll. I got to like rewatch that because when we watched it in theaters on my birthday, I legit was falling asleep. Like that demon's blood demon art was working. IRL.
I've been there, man.
Yeah, I had worked like nonstop leading up to it, and I was in a dark room. It was comfortable. Fell asleep.
That's all you need.
Had an adult beverage, you know.
Yeah. Right.
I get it.
But now that I was able to watch it, you know, in the comfort of my home, still, once again, I had to put on the Tanjiro kimono.
You
I
can
don't have
watch
it
it
in here,
again
so-
too, for the next 7 episodes.
No, like, are they just breaking it up, or are they readapting it? Is there anything that's going to be in the next 7 episodes of Demon Slayer that I have not seen 1.5 times by watching the movie?
I think they're readapting it, or probably both, honestly. If that makes sense. Either way, it is what it is.
Are you gonna watch the 7 episodes?
Me, eventually, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything different, I'll watch it. If not, I'll just watch the movie again. Because I pre-ordered the Blu-ray.
I'm actually
so whenever
1,000%
that
gonna watch
happens,
those episodes. I'm just gonna wait a bit longer, you know.
I can't wait for the next arc. That's the thing I'm really stoked
It's in
for.
December.
That's what
So
I'm
we
waiting
got a
for.
date for
That's what I'm
Attack
waiting
on
for.
Titan's final season part 2. We
January
got a date.
9th.
Yeah. And we got November, what is it? No, December
December
5th
5th
for
Demon Slayer.
the Demon Slayer. Yeah. Do we have a date for Chainsaw Man? Is Chainsaw Man close? Is it happening? I was listening to
they can-
3-piece.
They can take all their time with Chainsaw Man. I want them to
So
nail it.
is it going to be, because it's MAPPA, it'll be Netflix, or is like, because I got my Crunchyroll subscription.
I don't know.
I got my Netflix, I got my Amazon, I got my Crunchyroll.
They haven't said. I know we all know Netflix didn't make that bid for well, they didn't make that bid. They partnered with all those studios, and MAPPA was one of them. So it's highly likely that it's going to be on Netflix. Honestly.
And hopefully simultaneous release.
Oh yeah,
You know,
they're,
JoJo's.
They're making the push with JoJo's. Like that's already putting one good foot forward. You know, especially with Netflix jail being a thing. So hopefully with Chainsaw Man, they're like, this is another one that we have to like. We gotta have this shit global. You know, that's just too popular. Like the YouTube video alone broke the internet. I still watch that shit.
I just see gifts from it, and I'm just like, I need it. Please. Please. But I know, like, and
boy,
that's the
pull
thing.
out that sword.
I feel like it might premiere either the same time or after JoJo's. Just judging by like timing of announcements and like the output of Mappa right now, because they're putting out Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. So just like thinking if they're doing at least one thing every season.
I think it might be they do more than one. I think it might be after Attack on Titan though, or like in the middle of Attack on Titan.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Attack on Titan and Chainsaw Man.
Because I would like to think if it was before Attack on Titan, they would have announced it by now. Like they would have put a date on it.
Yeah.
So that just
100%.
leads me to believe that it's afterwards, unless they're just like, fuck it. December, like what the fuck? What the fuck?
No, please, no. They'll be like Rockstar with this GTA trilogy. That.
Right, and you won't be able to buy the old version anymore, so it's like you should probably cop that if you want to keep the OG radio.
I don't even think that has the OG radio. Because they still patched those versions, and like they patched music out of GTA 4 on PS3 360.
That's the thing about it is you can revert versions. There's a way to revert versions, at least on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait. Are the remastered not going to have the same radio stations?
Most likely not.
Yeah, we still don't have 100% confirmation about that. So.
That's what took it so long in the first place. They're like, yo, we trying to straighten this music
this shit
out.
like Rockstar never leaks. I don't think I've ever seen Rockstar like have like informational leaks the way Rockstar's been leaking around this trilogy remaster, and I don't get why
because
they just
they
won't
didn't leak it. I think someone else involved with the system.
No, they leaked it 100%. The Rockstar launcher on PC leaked all the assets for the fucking achievements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They 100% leaked it. Like Rockstar's usually a bit more airtight, but it's like, you get your normal retailer leaks, but then the Rockstar launcher had a leak. So,
but wasn't this trilogy also on that one leak?
Oh yeah, it was also on the NVIDIA GeForce Massive.
That one. Yeah.
It was also
That's
on that
the one
leak.
I was talking about.
So as a game that's been leaked multiple times at this point, the fact that we still don't have all the details and it's coming out this year and it is October. The games industry, man. Like just
games industry.
Just say your shit and leave. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Post your selfie and leave. So Chris, it's now week 2 with the PS5. Have you done anything? Have you used it again at all?
Yeah, I got onto the third planet of Ratchet and Clank.
Okay. And that's all you've been playing?
Played.
Did you try any Crash, Abandoned, anything?
I just kind of been picking up Ratchet every now and again when I felt like just playing something solo, like a single player. I picked up some trophies.
Yeah, I'm going to have to compare trophies with you because I know you're going to have more of the completionist level trophies, but as far as story progress, I'm going to have to like try and keep up with you on that.
It's probably, I think I've looked up, it's not a hard platinum at all, so.
Yeah, I just don't.
2016 wasn't a hard platinum either.
Yeah.
You just had to beat the game like twice.
Yeah, I mean, Miles Morales isn't a super hard platinum. I platinumed Spider-Man 2016, so like I get what Insomniac trophy lists are generally. So
yeah,
for the most
just
part,
collect a bunch of shit.
Yeah, do a bunch of shit in the world.
Yeah, that's all they are. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, as far as like this Ratchet and Clank goes, it's not my favorite, because the like Up Your Arsenal was so iconic, and 2016 doesn't really count. It's just a remake. But they have stayed true to what Ratchet and Clank was, and I have appreciated the hell out of it. And seeing this game in like a next gen view with not being ruined by the next gen, because I feel like sometimes you'd remake a game. I mean, this happened a lot back in the PS, like going from PS2 to PS3. You would ruin an older franchise going into next gen, and I feel like they definitely didn't do this. But so I'm enjoying myself. I do want to give it more time. There's so much to do in 14.
There's infinite things to do.
So
in
much
14,
to do.
You know,
So much
to do.
they keep feeding us.
Ratchet and Clank will always be there, but this expansion comes out next month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That expansion does come out.
Honestly, I'm looking at this as my best point to play other things.
Do you think if Endwalker comes out and you're not at Endwalker level, you're like, I'm free?
No, because
What are you gonna play? What do you like?
I want to get there. That's the thing. I want to be there. The moon. I want to go to the moon. I love Final Fantasy IV. I fucking love it.
I mean, heck, there's gonna be
Dog.
a couple of things.
When I tell you,
to finish it, round
post
out the
game
end of the year.
Shadowbringers, the shit you see and do in that fucking game, bro. Like Madrid, I know you're probably a bigger Final Fantasy fan than I am, but like as a Dissidia fan, like just some of the things that my eyeballs have seen happen in that game, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the best Final Fantasy game.
I mean, like
Dog,
I said,
you have way more experience with 3, 4, 5, and 6 than me, and probably
This
7,
really sounds
8,
like a bunch of
9,
addicts.
and 10, 12. And you
haven't
have more
played-
Final
I haven't
Fantasy
played 8 and 9
experience than
yet.
me.
like at all.
So I've
I
played
played like 5
some
minutes
8.
of 8.
Oh, okay. So we played
I
about
played
the same
all of
amount of
9.
8. I'm waiting for that
bit
9
of 8.
show. I'm going to watch that 9 show. But and I know I have this idea once every couple of years. Bear with me. I know the last time I had this theory as far as this collection being needed was PS4, but now we're in the PS5 generation. I need a collection that's Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, maybe not 11. 13, 14, and 15, and 16. Like, that just needs to be an edition of Final Fantasy 16 that I can buy.
The $250 edition.
I'd be down. I'd be so fucking down. I don't even have. I
With
have
one
all
of those
digital
massive
system. I'd
steel
buy them.
books.
Yes,
Just-
please. The tomes, the holy text of the Final Fantasy games.
You know what? Fucking I'm
That'd be-
into.
that'd be
I'd
kinda
buy it. I'd buy it.
Yeah, fucking go for it.
So would anybody else. God damn, we won't be able to get one. Fuck. No.
You underestimated my powers. Let me get even a glint of that in the atmosphere. There hasn't been a collector's edition that I've wanted, that I've tried to get, that I haven't gotten in a while. And I don't have any coming up that I'm particularly looking forward to. So, you know?
I still wanted that Metroid Dread, and I will forever kick myself for the Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. The one that I'm mad about, and the only reason I'm mad about it is because I found out about it after release, was the actually there are two big ones. One was the collector's edition of, and I'm forgetting it already. I'll go with the older one first. Infamous 2. It came with a backpack that was Cole's backpack from Infamous with the Sly Cooper patch on it, and apparently it was actually a really good book bag. So I still am mad that I never got that book bag. I'm kind of upset about the Death Stranding one, but also at the same time, I couldn't just have a baby in a jar in my office.
Oh. Name your price.
I don't know, Chris. See, I want it, but also it doesn't fit my aesthetic of my office at all. Where would it go? Behind the Monster Hunter figures? Next to the Pokemon?
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. It just kind of does look nice next to 2 Daft Punk helmets.
Yeah, it fits that.
Reason.
You got like the futuristic, like, you got a ghost up there. Like, I got a ghost, but I have a bunch of Destiny shit, and next to that is a bunch of My Hero anime shit. And is that more Pokemon shit on the other side?
Yeah.
Yes, that's more Pokemon shit. I can see Charizard's wing.
This is more Pokemon shit.
Yeah, this Anton has more Pokemon shit somehow. I'm trying to think of the other recent collector's edition that I wanted that I didn't get. Because I know
I really wanted RE8, but I think that's going to be not that like hard to get if I just wanted to go out and buy it right now.
Yeah, I honestly can't think of it. So, Jalen, Madrid, you guys, well, Madrid, you said Fire Emblem. Oh, the other one, Persona 4 Golden, because I didn't know, like, until way after the fact that it had such a good collector's edition. So, Persona 4 Golden is the other one that I'm mad that I didn't get the collector's edition for.
What did Golden come with?
It came with like a Vita case and like exclusive wallpapers and like avatars and like a bunch of shit.
Damn.
Because I have the Dancing Collector's Edition and that came with a bunch of shit. And I have the Catherine Collector's Edition and the Persona Q2 Collector's Edition. So yeah, I really can't think of, other than Persona 4 Golden and Infamous, any collector's editions that I've really wanted that I haven't been able to get my hands on.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really going for the Royal, because I could have gotten myself a copy of the Royal Collector's Edition. I just wasn't going for it.
That shit clean.
You already got the like Persona 5 Collector's Edition now.
Yeah. And I have a pretty good run at getting Atlas Games Collector's Editions.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just one that I was like, I do like the mask. The mask is cool. But outside of that, it's not really. The art book's cool. But like, I feel like the bag still kind of tops all that shit.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the fucking Scott Pilgrim Collector's Edition. That shit was cool.
Yeah, that shit was cool, but I could have gotten that one, but I just kind of.
That one I'll regret getting because everything. They're all selling it like each individual thing for a way too high of a price.
Yeah, sounds about right. That's like the Persona.
Yeah, I don't know. There hasn't been one I've seen in a minute that I was like, I would die for.
Yeah.
I'm being 100.
Resident Evil 7's was really cool. I mean, it came with a replica of the house, a hidden, like a videotape, a hollow videotape that you can hide shit in with, like, and a finger that is a USB if you take it apart. I was like, that's just kind of cool. And a steel case,
That's
obviously.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any steelbooks in a while. I kind of want some steelbooks, but
I'm about to get that Resident Evil 8 steelbook that you sent me the other day.
oh yeah, I was like $10 steelbook.
Mm-hmm.
Just, why not?
Not even that bad.
I think that's about what I spent on getting the Monster Hunter Best Buy steelbook that they had. Because for Rise, I got my game from GameStop and my digital copy from the eShop, so neither of those had a steelbook, but Best Buy had it, and I just got the Best Buy Monster Hunter Rise steelbook.
Best Buy just has steelbooks for some reason.
Yeah, because it's like something exclusive they have. Because apparently they were selling Cyberpunk and the Steelbook for $10, which is the price of the Steelbook, typically. So they're...
Yo, help us break even.
See, I would do it, right? I would totally do it for the Steelbook, because I'm pretty sure that's a saucy-ass Steelbook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Cyberpunk yellow.
Yeah. Probably got some angular lines going around the outside, some unnecessary bracket somewhere.
I'll try and play it again after the Cyberpunk Trigger anime comes out, and I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk Netrunners, like the streets ain't forget. Star Wars Visions had me like ready for that shit. The twins.
Let's go.
The duel was good. I enjoyed the duel.
I enjoyed, for the most part, the entire thing, but the twins was the highlight. That shit was fucking amazing. Lines? Where? Nowhere. This lightsaber ain't got no lines.
Triggers evolved past lines. You know, they don't need it.
Right. They just make art.
Yeah.
They just spew amazing art at us, and we don't deserve Trigger. I need to get their art book. That's something I really need.
Ooh,
the one they did after Promare.
There's more Promare content?
Yeah, I mean, there's an art book for Trigger that I think covers like Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, Promare.
Probably fucking Darling in the Franxx too, but whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck it. It's not like the art. It's not like the art for it is what was trash, you know. But I did play a little shooty shoot over the weekend. Well, during the week, since I'm weaned off of 14. Apex dropped their Halloween skins. They're starting that little rollout going. So
I don't. Maybe it happened yesterday or today because I haven't played since the weekly reset. But yeah, I mean, I'm in
the
here.
Actual
it's
event
like
isn't out yet.
Oh, okay.
For whatever reason, but they started the other shit.
Okay, so you can buy the skins, you just can't do this stuff yet?
Yeah.
I mean, Apex still at a solid spot. That's the thing. 14's at a solid spot. We got a big news dump. Like,
no, this is beyond solid for 14. They have 24 million players.
Yeah. I've been getting served nothing but 14 ads. It's like, you can be a hero. I'm like, I'm already the fucking hero. What are you talking about?
I don't mind these targeted ads.
You don't know me.
2 different dimensions.
I don't mind these targeted ads at all. I can scroll at fucking leisure now. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable.
So I'm not the only one who's been getting those 14 ads on Twitter?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. I follow enough 14 people on Twitter, so I don't even realize their ads have the dog time. I think they're just a meme. Just another random ass freaking meme. Like, be careful. They might be hiding drugs in your children's candy. And there's a picture of Heavensworth.
That shit was hilarious.
Every time I see one of those, I will post it. Every single time I see one of those, because they're never not amazing.
They're not like the red flags. Fucking hate those goddamn red flags. That shit got old after like an hour.
Is that the new trend that's going on Twitter right now?
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, and I don't care. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Baby Keem tweeted red flags, and then everyone started tweeting red flags, and then Baby Keem immediately muted red flags.
Can you mute emojis?
Yeah. But people like, there's no set combo. There's no set number of red flags. So you would have to go 1.
So I can't just mute one red
2,
flag?
3, 4, you know? You'd have to.
So you're telling me he paid somebody to mute multiple numbers of red flags.
So I can't just mute one red flag and not see a single red flag on my timeline.
I doubt it.
Nah, because there are like 10 of them, right? You know, like
It's no set number.
There's no set
But
number.
I feel like if I mute like the letter I shouldn't see the letter I anywhere. It doesn't matter what it's pertaining to or how many times it's used.
Why don't you try it?
The letter I?
Mute the letter I. Let's see what happens.
I'm just gonna mute the fucking red flag thing and see how that goes. Y'all gotta do something while I mute this shit.
You could wait until after the podcast. You shouldn't even be looking at your Twitter while we're recording the podcast.
Yeah, who would do that? What type of monster?
What kind of deranged lunatic?
Why do I see Twitter in the glasses
would
of
ever
your
do
eyes
something
there?
like that?
You see the blue, just the light
You
blue
just see
glint?
the little bird right here in the corner. Yeah, nigga. Get those tweets off.
Yeah.
I like how you said that.
Get those tweets
Gotta get
off.
those tweets off.
You know, sometimes you just be tweeting. You don't even think. You don't even like. You just tweet. You ever just?
Yeah, our last president did that a lot.
Dude, they need to let him back on Twitter. He was funny. Like, now that he has no power whatsoever.
No, he
like,
still does.
Yeah, no.
He's a rich white man.
Yeah, he can still run,
he still
so,
leverages
like-
power. So there's that. But also, have y'all been seeing this Metroid Dread discourse about like the game being hard and people?
I mean, it's a
That's a
Metroid
discourse?
game.
Yeah.
Like, what the like?
Yeah, a little bit.
What?
That and pirating.
Oh yeah, like
I mean, emulation,
Oh,
not
the
pirating.
pirating is
Emulation.
fucked up.
Emulation.
Didn't Kotaku do that?
yeah.
Yeah, they
Kotaku
pretty much
was
talked about how
one of the people.
Switch emulation has gotten better, but of course they surround it with a brand spanking new release that's available now.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Switch emulation has gotten good on PC. And so, like, the second somebody dumps the fucking ROM or ISO or whatever the Switch emulator uses, like, online, I mean, it's kind of open season.
Yeah,
And, I mean, I'm not emulating a Switch, but, like, because it seems like it's a couple too many steps for me. And it's like... But, you know, I'd totally emulate my Switch on my PC and play. Especially if I could do, like, online shit from my PC.
So
But
you
should
can
a
play the
company
games
like
that you already
Kotaku
own.
talk about that?
100%. You know how many copies of Monster Hunter
And
Rise
there's
I
the
own?
major difference. And that's the thing about it is you're only doing this with stuff you already own. Them
Yeah.
surrounding this with like Metroid Dread is like kind of like yeah, because it's a brand spanking new release that just came out. Like even
That's
under
a-
game preservation, this doesn't even work. It just came out.
Right. I mean, like, and it's also a IP that hasn't been shown love in a long time, and you're just gonna go outright not support it.
But I mean, so there's like the theory and the concept that even if pirates could get stuff for free, they'd still pirate it, like on a certain level. It's not like pirates are significantly taking away from sales of the game, because
They are.
in what way? Like, it's a single player. It's not like...
What do you? I mean, it's a single player game, so like the only option they have is you just buying it. It's not like you're gonna buy it and then later on buy maps and buy this or buy loot boxes.
I'm willing to bet
buy
there's going to be a
aesthetics
DLC
and-
pack for it.
I mean,
Because Mercury
sure,
Steam
but, like,
made it, and I feel like this...
Either way, you should buy this game. There's no reason for you to be pirating it right now. You have ease of access to Metroid Dread.
Unless UPS
I get
is
it. I
just
was a
deciding to take
13-year-old at
forever.
one point, like pirating games on my PC because
Allegedly.
I couldn't afford it.
Allegedly.
Man.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I knew of people doing that. But you were in high school when you did that. I get that, but like a whole company telling you how to do that is like accredited gaming, like writer. That to me is kind of fucked up. Like Kotaku shouldn't have done that shit.
Yeah.
Let some nerdy ass motherfucker on YouTube explain to these people who are too broke to buy this game. Tell them how to pirate it. Don't let some big name go out there and fucking just be like, yeah, you could just get this game on your PC.
I am seeing Trash Bell saying in the chat that a lot of pirates live in places where games aren't available. Like, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Latam? Item?
Latam? I don't know.
Latam?
I mean,
Latin America. I understand that.
Oh.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I think really it just comes down to the fact that a big game publication pretty much just put on a guide for how to pirate a game, and they put this out within a week of the game's release.
Yeah.
right.
Like, that's where the
Yeah.
problem really comes in. Like, if they said this was about, like, let's say, oh, we figured out how to put, like, F-Zero on there, or, like, you know, actual game preservation or anything like that, that'd be a different story. But this is...
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm sure if you're somewhere like Latin America that you don't have the ease of access to games that we have here in America, or in the States.
You know?
Like, if you're somewhere like that and you're pirating it, that's different than Kotaku surfacing it to its primarily United States audience, where a lot of these people aren't even thinking about being able to pirate, and them kind of putting a spotlight on, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
piracy.
But if you could... No, I'm going to keep that one inside.
A moment of clarity. So, I mean, we've been going for a minute. Anybody got one more thing? Something they really wanted to talk about on this week's episode? I saw in the chat earlier, Chris was saying G4 is getting its relaunch November 16th.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, it's going to be on TV.
They finally announced it.
And Twitch.
Yeah, and Twitch. And they're going to have Ninja Warrior, like
Obviously,
Attack
your
of the
filler.
Show, X-Play.
Okay.
There's like...
Buffer.
I like a lot of the people they brought on
comedy.
board. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
There's like a comedy esports kind of thing.
Well, no, it's like an actual esports thing of like, hey, you're a gamer, but you don't know how to like get into esports. We're going to cover esports in like a more general like gamer way.
Yeah.
Because like me, I've gotten into a couple things. Like I was watching Overwatch League, but I'm not like following esports by any stretch whatsoever.
Right.
Like we watch Evo every year. We consume like when it's big stuff, but
Did Evo already happen?
yes, Evo already happened.
Yeah, Evo's in June.
Oh yeah, they're doing a Dungeon and Dragon series.
Oh, yeah, Critical Role, their animated series should be coming out soon.
Yep. That's going to be on G4. Boosted is the show.
That's the one with Golden Boy.
Weekly esports comedy series for curious gamers and esports fanatics.
So, California Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like I said, they brought on a lot of cool people to like do a lot of these shows and make content with them. So
Yeah, Xavier Woods shouts out,
Yeah.
They got Xavier Woods. They got Golden Boy. They got Rihanna from What's Good Games.
Fiona Nova. She's dope.
From Black Girl Gamers, right? No.
No.
Wait, I thought she was on Rooster Teeth for a minute.
I think so.
Or she did work with them.
Yeah, she definitely did a lot of stuff and like hosting. Yeah.
But yeah, G4, look out for it, you know? They've been doing a lot of B4, G4, so if you want to kind of get a preview of what's going to be going on, check that stuff out. It's been on YouTube. It varying in quality, in my opinion, but you know, it's interesting to see. We all remember the olden days of G4. And now it's about to be the modern days of G4. They made a...
Are you guys actually going to watch G4?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm online, and it'll be one of those things I tune into like I tune into Twitch.
I get on Twitch on Wednesdays. That's about it, Chief.
You would never watch it on television.
I don't have...
Back in the olden days.
I don't have cable. Like back in the olden days, so...
Same.
I did at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I did at one point as well, but then streaming service apocalypse, and so now it's Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max,
I got that
Apple
I got
TV
that
Plus.
Hulu cable.
I would get YouTube TV if anything, but I feel no need for it.
It's the same shit. I had both. It's the same shit.
It's PS, not PS Now.
PlayStation View?
Same shit.
R.I.P.
Had them too.
R.I.P. a real one.
Yo, PlayStation View got me through.
It did. I had that before I had Hulu Live. That shit was great.
All right. So until next time, remember you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton6 with 3X's Chris.
You can follow me at Chef and Chris.
Jalen.
Squid Bishop.
Madrid.
Speedwagon X.
Also, check out the new episode of the 3Piece Set podcast. Check out all the episodes if you haven't. If you're not an avid listener,
Listen
why
to
not?
them all.
Listen, I'd say listen to pretty much all of ours, but I've listened to all the 3-piece episodes. I haven't listened to all the cheesy episodes. I can't tell you to do something that I haven't done myself, so.
Real shit.
Okay. This has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by IKnowJones. Until next time, keep it cheesy.
Cheesy.